Here with Showtime exec Steven Espinoza. Steven, we are here at the Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence press conference, a fight that people have been clamoring for years. What finally led to this?
Look, it's I think everybody was really disappointed when the fight fell apart last fall, and that feeling stuck with everybody. So when we all came back together, started talking again earlier this year, it was just a matter of everybody, stretching a little bit more to the point of discomfort. And it's sort of like that's how badly everyone wanted to get it done, and that's you have to give not just to where you're comfortable, but to where you're a little uncomfortable. And that was true for everybody. It's true for the network, true for the two sides, true for the promoter. Kind of just really stretched, gave some things maybe a little bit further than they wanted to go. And, we were all able to meet in the middle.
Now, take the executive, take Showtime, take everything out of it, and talk to it as a boxing fan. We all know you're a boxing enthusiast. You've been at so many fights, even non-Showtime fights and everything. Your thoughts of it finally happening?
Well, look, Look, I don't want to oversell it, but it's hard to oversell this fight. But it's sort of, you can make the argument it's the perfect fight because you've got two of the best fighters in the sport, fan-friendly, aggressive styles. You've got history on the line. You've got the undisputed title. You've got legacy on the line. You've got a personal rivalry. You've got a lot of drama behind it. This isn't just sort of a good fight or a good matchup or something people have talked about. It's got all the elements for what people get excited about. So all in one fight. It isn't just two of the best guys without history or two of undisputed title with two guys nobody knows. These are two of the best guys in the sport, laying it all on the line after having talked and gone back and forth all these years. It's literally everything that we want in a fight.
Now, the knock on Mayweather versus Pacquiao, it happened 5 years too late. Is this fight happening at the perfect time?
I think it is. I'm always a sort of believer that fights happen when they're supposed to. In this particular case, if it happened at some point earlier, it may not have been for the undisputed title. So, and look, it still would have been a great fight, but that's another element that adds and makes it a historic fight. So look, we've seen them perform lately. We've seen them perform the last couple of years. They're still at the top of their game. This is not something where, expecting either guy to retire anytime soon. So the reality is, yeah, sure, could have happened a couple of years ago. Sure, but I don't think we've lost anything now, and in the meantime, it's probably become bigger.
That's exactly the next question I was going to ask. Do you think it's bigger now, given the fact that it actually had a little bit of time to marinate and fans had been clamoring for it?
I think it helps. I mean, look, you never want to do that. You never go in and say, let's make sure this is dragged out so that it builds up. But when it happens, sometimes that's the silver lining. It's sort of like people have talked about it for so long, there's a sense of anticipation, excitement that just, you can't build otherwise. Now,
what should fans expect from this fight? As you said, they're both fan-friendly fighters. They both have different skills and talents. Bud Crawford is more of a boxer, while Spence is more of a boxer-puncher. What do you expect from this fight?
Look, you can't really predict because look, both of them are very versatile. It could be a boxing match, could be a brawl, and I expect a little bit of each at various points.
Finally, do we have a price point for this fight yet?
$84.95.
$84.95 will be the fight. All right, and finally, what do you got to say to the fans?
Look, it took a little while, but here we are. And, another big fight on Showtime. We'll see you July 29th.
Thank you, Steven.
Okay.